Hey guys, welcome to Miss Pebble's channel. That's me, Rebecca Pebble. This is your one-stop shop for things motivational, inspirational, and psychological to help you as an adult move through your life in a more informed, seamless fashion while having a safe space to land, which is this community right here. So welcome. This is a place where there's no judgment. I love to hear from you guys. And love to talk about things that I've been through and love to hear what you've been through and kind of creating a community in that way. So today, without any further ado, we're talking about trusting the process or trust the process. Something that I definitely struggle with and I'm currently struggling with. I try to make my videos relevant to my life. So you know where I am. It's like a vlog of sorts, but also hopefully helpful to you. I've been waking up lately with bad anxiety, bad sadness. So if I seem like I'm in a little bit of a funk or a little emotional, it's because I am. But I want to film this video because I told myself like every Monday I'm getting a video out. So yeah, life's just been crazy. I don't know about you guys, and I'd love to hear as we're being put through this process, how are you feeling? Because of course we're constantly evolving and learning and shedding old skin, putting on new forms of our identity, becoming more aware, changing how we think, believe, move through the world. It's like a constant evolution, right? That's part of this human journey. And I think sometimes when the process is in its beautiful mountainous peaks, right? I'll just draw for you just for fun. So when you're at the top of that little mountain, you're holding your little flag and you're on top of the world when things are going well. The process is great, but then if you tumble down the mountain, like I feel like I've done recently, oh my gosh, you're in pain and it's just terrible and it's awful and it's no bueno, right? No good. So I say all that to say, I mean, with complete transparency, if you've watched my last video, you know I've gone through a breakup recently that's really just like so intensely painful. Intensely painful. So there's that. And then I've got like these financial woes that I haven't had before that are like plaguing me. I'm like, okay, God, like you can kind of ease up on me. You're giving me a lot at one time, like in the loneliness, of course. And so just trying to figure out my life. Trust me, like I don't have it all together, that's for sure. I just teach you what I've learned and have a dialogue about things that I am learning. So trusting the process. As my aunt said today, she said this a few times recently. She said, when one door opens, or I'm sorry, when one door closes, another door opens. And this is something I think, and here's our little door. Woo. This is something I think that Picasso. Yeah, that's a door. This is something that I feel like we've all heard this, and we all kind of like logically know this. But I think it's really internalizing it and going from head to heart and saying, okay, if some doors are shutting, which I've had so many doors shutting. Oh, that reminds me, I had a job interview, which I thought went really well because I need a job. Because my freelancing isn't exactly helping paying all the bills. Like I keep losing gigs. I lost a gig last night because there weren't enough ticket sales. I'm like, well, there goes that one. And then so the doors keep shutting, and I'm like, okay. And a job interview I thought went well. I didn't get the job. I was like, are you kidding me? I thought it went so well. But I have to remember that there's another door. Oop, I need to put this on Do Not Disturb. This is gonna distract me. Okay. It wasn't the right door. And I think that's part of trusting the process is when things shut, when you get rerouted, um, when you're trying so hard to knock on a certain door and it won't open and it won't open and it won't open, it's like that's the universe or God's way of saying like, hey, I have another door for you and it's better for you and it's your door. Which brings me to another point, which I made a video about this too. What's meant for you, meant for you, won't miss you. Won't miss you or pass you by, basically. So it's like it's trusting. Trust is hard, right? Having faith. It's trusting that if it's mine, I'll be able to claim it. And if it's not mine, it'll go out in the big wide world. And it may come back around. This could be a job, a relationship, anything, right? A friendship. Sometimes things have to be released to come back in a different form, in a better form energetically. But it's just a good reminder to just have faith. I'm sorry, I feel like my energy is so low today, y'all. I'm sad. I got the sad feels. And I'm tired of being sad. But I want to be real. I want to be honest. Like, this is so hard for me because my life has been this really weird, like, Candyland of a lot of crap. Like, if you know, at Candyland, you go in these different little places, right? I feel like, I don't know, some of the places where I've had to stop have not exactly been fun. But everyone can say that, right? It's kind of like the movie, that Puss in Boots movie, where they have the map, if you've seen it, and the two cats had like a really sad map. I was like, that's my map. But then the dog had a happy map because that's how he views the world. And there's so many great lessons in that movie, by the way, if you get a chance to watch it. But it's almost like, which brings me to another point. I'm gonna put, I'm actually gonna take this down and put perception like in big letters because I cleaned this last night and I think it's making it worse. It made it streaky. Goodness gracious. That's really strange. That's counterintuitive, right? Perception, perspective. These are so important because I think it's all about shifting your mindset. If you're not where you want to be, like if you're walking down the path of life and you know you ultimately want to be here, but you're maybe here, but you got to go through like these different steps to get to there, right? You can't just jump there. You have to realize like, I gotta do this, has to happen, this has to happen, and eventually when you look back you go, oh, that's why I was able to get there. It's almost like if you're traveling, let's say from Orlando, Florida to Los Angeles, California, right? You're gonna have to go through all these different cities to get there. You can't just, I mean, you can fly, right? But let's say you're driving. You're gonna have to stop. You're gonna go through different things along the way. It doesn't mean you're not gonna make it to LA. It just means you're not there yet. And it's funny how when we have a map and we know, we can see like, okay, yeah, I know I'm getting there. I'm not, that's why I'm in Texas or that's why I'm in Arizona or something. Like, it's not because the universe doesn't want me in California. It's just, that's how I got to get to California. And so that's part of trusting the process. I think it's just realizing like where you're at doesn't mean that's where you'll stay, and trusting that it'll get you there in one way or another, and that's okay. And I think it's okay to be sad along the way. I think it's okay to feel all the feelings, right? Because you know ultimately where you want to be. Like, I want to be a wife, potentially a mother. I don't want to live alone forever, right? In this house. I don't want to do it. So it makes me sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not there. And I feel further away some days when it's like, oh shoot, I lost a relationship that could have potentially gotten me there. And then it's like, well, now that's gone. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's like starting from scratch, it feels like. But then I think you have to remember, like, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting with experience, because now I'm like, oh my gosh, I realize how I showed up in that relationship. I realize what I need to fix within myself. Or it's like it brought things to light that the next go around, like, I'll be better informed to show up better, and to know what I want to need. So trust the process. I think I'm going to keep this around the 10-minute mark. There's so much that can be said about this. I can always do a part 2. I'd love to hear if you have any thoughts, questions, or anything like that. I do life coaching. I love doing one-on-one video calls. You can email me. It's rebeccapebble@yahoo.com, which I can put here. But I always put my website at the end of the video, and you can always find me that way as well. My website has a lot of fun goodies, acting stuff, music stuff. I don't know if you can see rebeccapebble@yahoo.com. Writing stuff. I try to do all the creative things. Yeah, and also I'll just put this out there. I am looking for employment, so anywhere in the country or even out of the country, if I can get a visa to your country, I'm actually very, very open to moving anywhere because I'm kind of ready for a new start. I've been in this home for over 3 years now, 3.5 years, living by myself, and it's like I want new energy. I want a fresh start. I want a career in something that I think I could excel at, whether it's public speaking or writing, something where I'm communicating with people. So if you have a company and you're hiring, or if you know someone that's hiring, please let me know, because I am looking. So, all right, guys. Well, don't forget, and thank you for letting me ramble about my stuff there. Don't forget, trust the process, trust yourself. That's something I need to learn too. I think that's part of trusting the process, is trusting yourself. Say, hey, this will all work out and it will all be okay. And that I know what's best and I can trust my intuition. Yeah, it's a lot. And hang in there, guys, because I know life can be so weird sometimes. And I think that's why a lot of us turn to YouTube, not only for education and entertainment, but also to feel connected and to have a community and to know that we're not alone in our struggles that we all go through in life. Because it does feel like life is a school and we're always learning, right? So might as well find your classmates and have a little fun. So, all right, thanks for listening, guys. I send you lots of love.